Students, let us discuss the fourth and the final point on which the resistance of a conductor depends. Now this point is dependence of the resistance on the material of the conductor. Now there is a very common MCQ which comes in competitive exam. If you have two conductors of identical length and identical area of cross section kept at the same temperature, now on what factor would the resistance of the conductor depend? Then the resistance of the conductor depends on the material, on the type of material, right? So this is the last point, dependence of resistance on type of material, right? So there are four different types of material and accordingly their resistance also varies, right? First is conductors. Now in conductors we have metals and alloys. Their resistivity range varies between 10 raised to the power minus 8 ohm meter to 10 raised to the power minus 6 ohm meter. 10 raised to the power minus 8 ohm meter is for the good conductors and 10 raised to the power minus 6 is for the alloys, because alloys have higher resistivity compared to the metals, right? And the best conductor of electricity is silver, and the value of its resistivity at 20 degree, because we always measure resistivity at a specific temperature, because it is the inherent or the internal property of a material at a specific temperature. It does not depend on dimension, unlike the resistance. The resistivity of silver, which is the best conductor of electricity, is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 ohm meter. The second best conductor is copper, 1.7 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 ohm meter. The third is gold, 2.27, and the fourth is aluminium, 2.8 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 ohm meter. Now talking of alloys, alloys have higher resistivity compared to metals, metallic conductors, but still they are good conductors. They are considered as good conductors. Manganese, right, which has a resistivity of 44 into 10 raised to the power minus 8. Constantan, once again, which has a higher resistivity compared to the metallic conductors, but still good conductor, 49 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 ohm meter. And nichrome, it has, we can say, 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 ohm meter, right? So a little bit higher resistivity compared to metals, but still they are considered as good conductors, right? The second category is of semiconductors. Now semiconductors, when we studied the materials under the dependence of resistance on temperature, you would recall that semiconductors are those substances, those materials in which there are very few free electrons, and when temperature increases their resistivity or resistance goes down, and when temperature decreases their resistivity comes up, right? So they have, practically they are just opposite to conductors. They have high resistivity commonly at normal temperature. Carbon, 3.5 into 10 raised to power. So the, what is the range of resistivity of semiconductors? It is 10 raised to the power minus 5 ohm meter to 10 raised to the power minus 2 ohm meter. Carbon, 3.5 into 10 raised to the power minus 5 ohm meter. Germanium, 0.45 ohm meter. Then we have silicon, which is 6.4 into, this is not minus, this is 2, right? So 10 raised to the power minus 5 to 10 raised to the power 2 ohm meter. So 6.4 into 10 raised to the power 2 ohm meter is silicon. So you can see the resistivity is much higher compared to the conductors. Now the third category of materials are insulators. They have practically no free electrons, therefore their resistivity is very high, and therefore they do not allow electrical charges to pass through them. They have very high resistivity. The range of resistivity is 10 raised to the power 10 ohm meter to 10 raised to the power 17 ohm meter. Some of the common insulators, you know, glass, which has a range of 10 raised to the power 10 to 10 raised to the power 14 ohm meter, because there are different types of glass. Mica, right, once again it is an insulator which is used in electrical appliances. Okay, so mica 10 raised to the power 11 to 10 raised to the power 15 ohm meter. Then we have hard rubber, and it has a resistivity of 10 raised to the power 13 to 10 raised to the power 16 ohm meter. And last but not the least, we have superconductors. Now what are superconductors? Materials which after a particular temperature their resistance become zero, their resistivity becomes zero, they offer absolutely no resistance to flow of electric charges, they are known as superconductor, and the temperature at which this transition occurs is known as the critical temperature. So zero resistance below the critical temperature, and the best known superconductor is mercury at 4.2 Kelvin, once again, which is a very low, at very low temperature. Now superconductors are very important for all of us, because when we will discuss about the dissipation of electrical energy, then you will see that almost 30 to 35% of all the electricity which we produce is dissipated, is wasted as transmission loss. So if we have superconductors at normal room temperature, then we can save a lot of electrical energy, and therefore a whole lot of research is still going on for producing superconductors at which can have the superconducting ability at room temperature or at higher temperature. But still the research is going on, because this the superconducting abilities still is at a very low temperature. Thank you very much.